Sometimes we give into a culture because we don't want to rattle feathers or speak up for what's right because the culture's going this way when we know that the correct way is going here. I understood the magnitude of not just one, of the job, but two, of the attention that them bringing in a female would be. And three, the organization was in a disastrous place. And here I am, a female with a good reputation, and I'm going to step into that willingly, knowingly. Why? And am I qualified enough? No woman had had this position before in the NFL. And they also made me a senior vice president of media and content. At that time, I was the highest ranked female in the organization because they didn't want women at the seat at the table. A lot of times we find that they give women positions of managerial roles, but only so high. And there's a deficit. Only 29% of senior management roles, this is in 2023, are held by women. 29% of senior management roles. Only 10% of CEOs of Fortune 500 companies are women, which means we have a lot of work to do to not just have that managerial role, but to be able to get the ones where we get to make the decisions that impact and affect the company that we're working for. So why is there such a deficit? Why is it we're not in those positions? Well, a lot of times it's because a woman doesn't apply for them. We don't go for them because we don't think that we're qualified or have everything that we need in order to do that job successfully. If there's 5 qualifications for a job, and a woman has 3 of them, a lot of times she doesn't apply because she doesn't think she's qualified enough. If a man has 2, what do you think he's doing? He's applying and he's getting the job that you should have had. And that's because there is a fear or an inadequacy and a negative self-talk in our heads that we tell ourselves that keep us back from applying and going for and negotiating on our behalf that's supposed to be ours and our success. So what do we call it? It's imposter syndrome. I feel like that word's a little cliche, but I've had the opportunity throughout the 4 years that I was with the Commanders and even throughout my career to lead a lot of panels with very powerful women that were senior leaders, that were bosses. And here's what I learned. Every single one of them faces imposter syndrome. And it's not just for women, men face it as well. In fact, there's a study that 80% of high-achieving professionals within their career face imposter syndrome, where we don't feel like we have all the qualifications we need to do the job. So how do we overcome that to get those roles? And how do we overcome that to do our jobs? So this job was offered to me, and I get the select few people that I can tell them about it. Now they understood, again, the magnitude of the job. They understood my strengths and my weaknesses. And because I had a good, confident group of people that I could talk to, they said, okay, here's where your weaknesses are, but how do we help you bring those up to a strength? Where is this job going to lead that plays to your strengths? And fortunately, because I was a senior VP, I got to hire people, which is the reason I took it. They said, you can hire the people you need to make this happen. Because we also know if you are not the authority that's hiring them, they will walk all over you and they won't respect you. Because of that, I took the job. And I got to hire people that where I had weaknesses, they filled in. And they brought me up. And they helped me go. But I almost didn't take that job. Well, there was so much excitement about it. I went to bed thinking, I'm going to take it. In the morning, I woke up and said, I can't do it. I cannot do this. But fortunately, those people said, yes, you will. You're going to be the one of 32. You're going to be the first female. You're going to be able to handle this because you have prepared for this your whole career. Because you are qualified, because you do know this team, and you deserve this position.